that we cannot control, nor can we stop. And these are things that are currently happening. They're beyond our control. We cannot control them, try as we may, because they are outside of us. They are beyond our ability to control. There goes my nose tickling. They're beyond our ability to control. They're beyond our ability to fix. My nose keeps itching you. I'm sorry. It tickled right when I started coming on here. And there's things that we cannot stop. We cannot stop the things that are put in motion right now. And there are a lot of things that have been put into motion. It's like we personally, I mean, you can pray if there's a tornado coming. I've done it. You can pray, God, please spare my house. Please do not let this tornado. I mean, you can pray. You can send your prayer out to the universe. You can say, please do not let this happen. Oh, my nose is really tickling. You can do that. But beyond that, there's only so much you can do because you are a mere human. You are a mere human. Hello. And thank you all for tuning in. I've been sitting here because there's so many natural disasters. I'm talking to my friend in Ruidoso, and the whole entire town has been declared a disaster area. And that was the place that I dropped my Subaru off, where me and my daughter went, and we visited Roswell. We went to the White Sands, and it was a beautiful, quaint little town. It was, a tourist and all of that, but it's been declared a disaster area. There's mud piled up all over the place. All the agencies are in there now. Like, how are you going to stop the floods? How are you going to stop the flood water, the mud floods, all of that? There's more rain coming. How are you going to stop the fires that first happened? There's forces of nature that I'm not going to stand in front of the flames of nature or a tornado and take my chances, say, I don't believe that you're going to harm me. No, if I see it coming my way, if I see the flames, if I see the tornado, I'm not going to stand there and think, well, it's not going to get me. No, I'm going to use some common sense because I know that I have a human body, and I'm going to get to safety. It's just like you can't stop some things from happening. The best that we can do right now with everything that's going on in the world is to control the things that we have within our reach that need. You may have things that are out of control in your life. You may be able to get some control back of those things. You may, and if you can, you should. You should try to get your life in some type of order. Hello, Mickey, honey. We already got somebody jumping in here. Listen, don't come in here and play games with us. Do we look like we're playing games? No, what is happening on earth is very serious. The whole world is in a state of influx. The energy is like way off the charts. I'm sure the Schumann resonance is literally, there's no telling which way it's going to go as it goes further up. It's giving me a hot flash right now. Things are heating up on the earth. They're so hot right now, they're just giving me an instant hot flash. I'm telling you what, we can control some things, so it does not matter. Don't be worrying about things that you cannot control. Yeah, it's terrible what's happening, but if we waste our precious energy on things that are happening that are really bad, if you sit and worry, you're not going to have time to focus on your own self. You're not going to have time to fix what you can in your lives, your personal lives, in your homes and stuff. Hello, Al, honey. You're not going to have time to do any of that. You're not going to have time to focus on you if you're focusing on everything else going on in the world and everyone else, when you need to focus on yourself and get your house in order. Get your spiritual house in order first. Get your physical house in order. Get your relationships in order. Get your business taken care of while you can get it taken care of, whatever that business may be. Because the government, they sending in the disaster teams to these disaster declared areas. They're taking care of business. They're doing their part. You've got to listen. There's more things that are coming. And if you don't get yourself better prepared, you're not going to be prepared for them. You're not going to have the mindset because your life is still going to be in disarray. And a lot of people's lives are in disarray right now. And you can't fix your life like that. You can't. You're not Jesus. Miracles happen. But I don't think it's like I Dream of Jeannie and she just snap her fingers or do something and everything's put back in place. No, I'm not that person. You're not that person. Some things take a while to get organized. Some things take a while to fix. Some things in our life didn't happen overnight. It's going to take a lot longer. But if you don't try to get taken care of what you need to, you're going to come to the point when it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. You don't want to be that person sitting back looking, I wish I would have did that when I had the time. But instead, I decided to do something else. I was focusing on all that's going on in the world. And what did it gain? What did you gain from focusing on all that was going on in the world? Did you let your life fall apart in the process? Did you let all your relationships fall apart? Did you let what's happening in the world cause you to fall apart? When you're supposed to be that strong tower for your family, did you? Or for your friends? No. There's things beyond our control that we cannot control because they're outside of us and they're out of our reach. Someone else has got to take care of those things. And sometimes it takes God. It takes intervention, divine intervention from the spiritual realm, from the angels. And there are some bad aliens out there. And there's some good aliens. If they don't like to be called aliens, there's some good beings out there, along with some very evil beings. And they are battling it out amongst themselves too. You can't have bad angels battling and without the good angels battling too. You cannot have it. You can't have the dark without the light. You can't have the good without the bad. They're battling. It's like you have the David and Goliath. Everybody was scared of Goliath, but David wasn't, according to the biblical account. He took the stones and like boom, right there in the forehead. He probably hit him in his pineal gland right there. Said, "I'll fix you. You don't. Your third eye is not open." Maybe he did have an eye there. Maybe he was like a cyclops right there. You know, he could have been a giant with a great big cyclops, and that was his weak point. Well, obviously it was his weak point. He swung that thing around and like boom, right there. He could have been a cyclops as far as we know. But that's what brought him down. But it took a lot of faith, and the fear was gone. It took a lot of courage, and the fear was gone. You got to have the courage to do what is necessary to go forward. You got to have the faith. You got to sometimes just go, and don't give it no thought. If you sit and worry and you're not going to get it done, there's things beyond our control that we cannot control. There's things that have been put in motion that you cannot stop. There is a prophecy that is playing out. There are many prophecies that are playing out, and they are playing out. The script has already been written. Whether you look at it or not, it's been written. The wheels are turning. It's like you can't stop that great big avalanche from coming down. You can see it coming, and you do not want to be in the way. It's like that little bitty snowball at the top of the mountain. When it comes down, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger because it's going to gather up more snow with it, and it's going to be enormous. It's, no. We've got to get ready. You don't have much time. I know people have been saying this for a long time. We don't have much time left. Time's not on our side, and the days are going by faster with each passing day. It's like there's not enough time in the day to get everything done that you want to get done. And we're not in control of the time. We're not. It does feel like it is moving so fast. The hands of the clock are going so fast. I can just picture they're just like spinning so fast. You can't slow it down. The hours are slipping away. The minutes, the seconds, they're slipping. You can't stop it. We can't even stop it. We cannot stop the hands of the clock. You ever ask yourself why they do like whatever 3 minutes till midnight, the doomsday clock? Why they have to choose doomsday? Because they know that there is a doomsday coming. There is a specific day that is going to be doomsday. And that day, one day with the Lord is like 1,000 years. Could you imagine that? One day with the Lord is like 1,000 years on earth or something like that. I don't know how it goes, something similar like that. Some say time is irrelevant, but your time on earth is very precious. Don't waste it. For those who say time is irrelevant, it doesn't matter, there's no such thing as time, well, then you let the time that you have on this earth, just sit there and do nothing and let it slip through your fingers. Let life pass you by, since time does not exist, because it will pass you by. It will. And you will not be able to get it back. You will not find the time to do what you wanted to do, what you should have done. You won't have it, because there'll be no going back. There is really no going back right now. You can't go back in time unless you're a time traveler, if it exists. The only way is forward. Or you can just stand still, but still you're not going to stop the future from occurring, and you're not going to change the path because you know why? You're just standing there. You're not going into the future. You're not going in the past. Your life comes to a complete standstill and you don't move. And as you stand still, the minute, the second hand, that the clock keeps on going. It's not waiting for you. It's passing you by. The hands are not going backwards. No, you're letting life pass you by. If you're just standing there, you've had a tragic event occur in your life and you're not moving, you've got to get moving. You've got to find the courage within to move, because there's things beyond your control that you can't control, but you can control yourself. You can take control of your physical body. You can take control of those thoughts inside of you that are keeping you at a standstill. You can come to the determination within that I'm not going to just stand here and do nothing, and I can't do it because it's not living. You're right, it's not living. You're just standing. You're just standing there. You're doing nothing. You're not moving. You're not going forward. You're not going backward. Well, you know you're supposed to stand, be still, and know that I am God. How long are you going to stay there? Are you going to be like Lot's wife, who got turned into a pillar of salt? Well, you stand there long enough, you might turn into a pillar of salt. You might. You stand there long enough, you will probably starve to death. If you were to picture yourself standing, just the people who stand still, be still, and know that I am God. If just picture yourself day after day after day after day, and month after month after month, and year after year, you just stay and you do nothing. You literally would wither away. You would have no strength to even stand anymore. You wouldn't. You'd fall down. You would fall down. There's a time to be still and know that I am God. And then there's a time when you have inner promptings within your spirit that you ignore, that you need to do something and you don't do it. There's those times. But then you may say, well, I just don't want to do it. I can't. The only one stopping you at that point is you. You got to take control of yourself. Somebody's not liking what I say. I can feel it right now. They do not like what I'm saying. That's too bad. It came out. It did. There's things beyond your control that's happening on the world stage, and there's things that are within your control that is happening in your personal life, in your immediate reach, that you can change, and you should change, because it needs changed while you can. You got to get yourself ready. Okay, you do. I am going to go. I'm done talking. I got some more things I need to take care of. I do. I can't sit still. I can't when I know that there's work to do. A lot of people can sit still, but not the majority of people. When they know there's work to do, sure, it's nice to sit down for a moment, but that's all there is. You're supposed to, whatever you do, do it with all your might, because we're in the grave where you're going, there's no working. There is no working. Whatever it is, do it with all your might. Put forth the effort. Do it. Do what you need to do. Don't let your life pass you by. Don't do it. Fix the things in your life that need fixing. Get the projects done that you need to get done while you can, while it is still day, because night is coming when no one will be able to do that. Whether it be by the way of the grave, or it be by the way of darkness falling upon the earth. and there'll be no way to shake this darkness. So I'm going to go and you know, I'm looking at the wall over there, and there is a cat. It's like the Kentucky Wildcats, and it looks like a gargoyle with its fangs in its mouth flying. It does. I'm going to show you it. It does. It looks like a gargoyle with wings at a distance, and it's flying in the air, and it's not a good symbol at all. It does. It's in flight. It is in flight, and it's mad. It's mad. Yeah. Hello. I'm gonna hop off here, y'all, because I'll take a break to do a video. I will, but I need to get back busy doing things, because if I just sit around and not put forth the effort, I won't be able to get done what needs to get done. Yeah. Just Joy. Well, I'm glad that you needed this today. We all need pep talk. We all need encouraged to keep going. We do. And we need to do more encouraging. We need to encourage each other not to give up. Keep going, even though you have little strength. What's it say? I know that you have little strength. I don't know what church that was that they said it to, the body of people. I know that you have little strength, but you got to keep going. At least you got some strength, even though it be little. Just like the faith, even if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, it's better than no faith. Your little strength is better than no strength, and that little strength can turn into great strength. It can. Hello, Debbie. I'm going to go, and thank you, moderators. Thank you all for your comments. Please give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and with that being said, hello. Wherever you are in any part of the world, hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And thank you, Carol. Thank you, Al. If there's any other moderators on here, thank you. And thank you all for your comments. Don't ever give up. Despite what's going, thank you, Mickey, honey. Despite what's going on in the world, do not let this world beat you down. Do not look around and let what's happening beat you down and hold you down and take away your hope within, because you have a hope that is eternal. You have a light that is eternal and internal. This is where your hope comes from, on the inside, right there. Don't let this world beat you down. You don't have to. You do not have to. You're going to make it, because why? You're not going to give up. You're not. You're going to keep pressing onward. Even though you may have little strength, you're going to keep pressing onward. Love you.